Dear students of class 12, welcome to the physics laboratory. Today we will be doing a practical. The heading of the practical or the aim of the practical is to determine the resistance of a galvanometer by half deflection method and to find its figure of merit. So, this practical today we will be doing. First of all, what is needed for us is the galvanometer. Now, I am showing you a galvanometer first. All of you see this galvanometer. Now, in this galvanometer, as you can see, one pointer has been given. Presently, the pointer is at null point or 0 point. Now, both sides of the galvanometer you can see maximum deflection reading has been given. Maximum reading on this side has been given as 30. This side also the maximum reading has been given on 30. Now, what is the purpose of this galvanometer? What is the need of this galvanometer? By the help of this galvanometer, what we can do? We can find the presence of a small amount of current, like in a particular circuit if current is present. Now, if this pointer show deflection, then what we will be getting, that we will understand that current is present in the circuit. This is the galvanometer. Now, with the help of this galvanometer, we will be calculating the resistance present in this galvanometer and figure of merit of this galvanometer. Now, what is figure of merit? What is figure of merit? The deflection shown by a galvanometer for unit current, like so, whenever I am sending a unit current through a galvanometer, how much deflection that galvanometer is showing, that is called its figure of merit. For doing that thing, we need an resistance box. Now, again I am showing a resistance box to you. Now, I think all of you can see this resistance box. Now, this is a resistance box, as you can see. Now, in this resistance box, the coil which has been used, that is manganese. We are using manganese as a resistance wire, resistance of material of the resistance coil, and this is measured at 27 degrees Celsius. At room temperature, this resistance has been measured. Now, as you can see in this resistance box, some keys are connected and some keys are open. What is the meaning of that thing? Like suppose if I connect these keys, that means current will pass through this conductor. Now, you can see on focus on this particular thing, see this thing, this is a copper material. Now, when I will connect this one here, then through this current can pass, that means resistance present here, that is 2000 ohm, will be inactive. But when I will open a key, like if I open up this key, that means the resistance will be active, that means inside the material whatever resistance has been given, that will be active. The manganese coil will be active, current will pass through the manganese and resistance will be active. Now, presently you can see here 5000 has been taken up, 2000 key has been taken up, 2000 key has been taken up and 1000 key has been taken up. But net resistance will be how much? 5000 plus 2000 plus 2000 plus 1000. That means they are all in series. Simply you have to add all these things. So, this is the need of resistance box. Whichever key will be taking up, that resistance will be active, and whichever key will be joining, that resistance will be deactive for this particular thing. Now, in this particular resistance box, you can see the starting from one resistance, we can achieve up till 5000 ohm, and one particular ratio has been maintained here. See this ratio of the resistance 1225, 1225. This is an universal ratio which is done to achieve any number in between 1 to 9. Similarly, after that you can see 10, 20, 20, 50. By this particular ratio, again we can achieve any resistance starting from 10 ohm to 90 ohm. In this way, the ratio has been maintained totally in this resistance box, so that we can achieve up till 5000 ohm. Now, the next thing which is needed here, that is the key. This is one key. In this key, as you can see, two terminals has been given and one particular key has been given. Now, when we will connect this key, the circuit will be on, current will be passing through this thing. When I will open this thing, the circuit will be off, current will not pass through this thing. So, these are the required elements. Okay. Now, let me go to the description of this thing, and some particular wires are needed for this thing, like this wire, this copper wires we will be connecting this with the help of copper wire. Now, you can see that if I take out one particular copper wire, now see this thing, when I am opening this cover, this particular portion, I have to connect this thing. This is the coating given, this is the cover given, this is making an insulating cover. Now, if I open this point, I will be connecting this on any terminal, like positive terminal, negative terminal. Similarly, on this side, you have to open the cover and then you have to connect. This is a copper wire which you will be connecting. So, these are the required elements. Okay. Now, in this practical, already I have told you what is the aim of this thing. We have to find the resistance present in this galvanometer and we will be finding the figure of merit. Now, the working formula, the formulas which are required for us. To find the resistance of the given galvanometer, what formula we are using? We are using G equals to R into S divided by R minus S. What are these things? What does this R stands for? R stands for the external high resistance. S stands for the shunt resistance. The shunt resistance means a low resistance connected parallel to the galvanometer. I will show this thing in circuit, I will show this thing. So, this is the thing. Now, let us go to the circuit. In the circuit diagram, what you can see, one battery has been taken. This is a positive terminal of the battery, this is a negative terminal. Now, with the positive terminal, we are connecting a resistance box, high value resistance box, and with series of that thing, one galvanometer has been connected. Now, you can see here one key has been given. This particular key is named as key 1. Okay, or it is called K1. So, this K or K1 when it is on, then this circuit will be on. Now, here to parallel of this particular galvanometer, one shunt resistance has been given, that is having low resistance value. With that shunt, another K2 has been given, another key K2 has been given. Now, when we will open this K2, this shunt will be inactive, this shunt will be inactive. Now, when you will connect this K2, this shunt will be on or shunt will be active. So, when this K2 is on, when first the K2 is on and then this shunt is active, that means the shunt resistance, this galvanometer resistance, this R resistance all are on. Now, first of all, as you can see here, this G and this S, this galvanometer resistance and the shunt resistance, they are parallel to each other. So, equivalent resistance we will be calculating for that thing, that is connected in series with the resistance, resistance box. So, overall resistance we will be calculating from here. From this particular circuit, we will be calculating the resistance of the galvanometer by half deflection method. Now, after calculation of capital G by the half deflection method, we need this second circuit. The second circuit is called the figure of merit circuit. In this particular circuit, this particular K2, this will be open, this will be let open. Now, if I open this circuit, then this will be off, this particular this arrangement will be off. So, there will be no connection here. So, simply we can see one resistance, resistance box and capital G galvanometer resistance, they are connected in series. With the help of this particular thing, we will be calculating the figure of merit. Now, from the circuit, we have seen that resistance were there. Now, we have to calculate the equivalent resistance with the help of galvanometer resistance, the external load resistance and the shunt resistance. So, equivalent resistance is coming, capital G is coming equals to how much? R into S divided by R minus S. So, this resistance we will be calculating through this particular arrangement and we will be doing with the half deflection method. After that thing, first circuit is over. Now, we will go to the circuit B, and with the circuit B, what we will be calculating? We will be calculating figure of merit. Figure of merit, as I have told you, that minimum or the deflection shown by the galvanometer for unit current flow. So, for that thing, what you are getting, the value is coming K equals to EMF divided by R plus G into theta. Theta is the deflection, how much deflection, maximum deflection the galvanometer is showing. Now, one thing to tell you. Now, for maximum deflection, we will be getting maximum current in galvanometer, that is called full scale deflection current. Now, that depends on N into K. Now, first of all, this K is not known to us, this is unknown to us. So, that means in the circuit, we randomly cannot give excessive amount of current. If we give current more than this Ig, then full deflection of the galvanometer will be crossing and galvanometer can have permanent damage. So, that we have to avoid. So, what we will take here, we will be taking a high value of the resistance capital R. Why we will take high value? So, that this deflection, this deflection can be minimized, this Ig value can be minimized. So, to save our galvanometer. Now, with the help of this particular arrangement, first we will be calculating capital G, then we will be calculating figure of merit. This is our complete task. Now, students, let us make the circuit. Now, as you can see here, the battery positive terminal is connected with the resistance box, that will be connecting here. Now, for the case of battery, we are using a battery eliminator. This eliminator's positive terminal, as you can see, this red knob signifies the positive terminal. From the positive terminal, it is connected with a wire to the resistance box. Now, resistance box other terminal is coming to galvanometer positive terminal, just relate with this circuit, just relates with the circuit. In the circuit, from the battery we are connecting to resistance box, from the resistance box we are connecting to galvanometer positive terminal. Now, negative terminal of the galvanometer is going through the key and again coming back to the battery's negative terminal. A simple circuit, all the things are connected in series. So, first we are focusing on this primary circuit. Now, let us come here. Now, positive terminal of the battery, or that means the battery eliminator is connected to the resistance box. Now, from the resistance box other terminal we are connecting to positive terminal of the galvanometer. From the galvanometer negative terminal we are connecting to the key. Now, the key is connecting to the negative terminal of the battery eliminator. Now, again come back to the circuit. Now, in this circuit, as you can see, one shunt resistance or low value resistance is connected parallel to the galvanometer. and another key is given in series with this shunt resistance. Now, this we will be connecting here, let us see. Now, from this galvanometer positive terminal, as you can see, one resistance and wire is connected to an extra resistance, shunt resistance. This resistance other terminal is connected to the key, and that key is coming back, connection is coming back to the negative terminal of the galvanometer. So, this circuit and this circuit are same. Now, when this K2, this key K2 will be open, this shunt resistance will be open, it will not be connected to the circuit. When this K2 will be connected, then this shunt resistance will be connected parallel to the galvanometer. So, depending on our requirement, we will connect this one and we will open this one. Okay, students, now see the table. Now, in this table, what we are doing, we are finding the galvanometer resistance by a help of half deflection. Now, what is this half deflection? Now, let us come back to the circuit. Now, in this circuit, first of all, you see this thing, this load resistance or high resistance is connected with the galvanometer. Now, first precautionary measure what you have to take here, this resistance value should be high. If you give a low resistance here, then excessive amount of current will be flowing through the galvanometer and this galvanometer will be damaged. So, first of all we will be giving a high resistance on this particular load resistance. Now, when high resistance is provided on this R value, now low amount of current will be flowing through this galvanometer. For that thing it will be showing a deflection. Let the deflection be theta. Now, after calculating for a particular resistance, suppose the resistance I have taken some high value, for that thing I am getting a theta value. Now, what we will do, we will be doing next, now we will be connecting this shunt resistance, we will connect this key K2, then we will be connecting, getting a shunt resistance connecting here. Now, when the shunt will be connected, some amount of current will be flowing through this shunt resistance also. So, current will be divided at this particular point, some amount of current will be flowing through this portion, some amount of current will be flowing through this portion. So, deflection will be reducing. Now, how much deflection we will be taking? Whatever theta we have got, next we have to adjust that thing to theta by 2. So, for that thing what shunt resistance is required, that we have to calculate. So, first for load resistance we got some theta value. Now, we will connect the shunt resistance. Now, we have to connect the shunt resistance in such a order that we should be getting theta by 2. Now, with the help of this value of capital R, with the value of capital S, we will be calculating this G value. Now, after calculating the G value, we will open the shunt resistance. We will disconnect the key K2, then we will calculate the G value from there. Now, what we will be doing here? Now, we will be calculating the figure of merit. Now, for a fixed value of EMF, R already is known to us, G already we have calculated, theta is also known to us, then we will be calculating the K value. Now, whatever resistance we have taken for the calculation of galvanometer's constant, that set of values we will be repeating for the case of figure of merit. Now, let us take some reading. How to do this thing? First, we are connecting the circuit as I have told you. Now, as you can see as a precautionary measure, I told you that the wire which is connected to the resistance box and the resistance has already given some resistance. I have given a high resistance of the order 4000 ohm. Just see this thing, an order of 4000 ohm resistance has been already given. That means these two keys has been taken up. So, we have given a 4000 ohm resistance already. Now, in this particular eliminator, the voltage what we have given, see the voltage has been given here almost 2 volt. Just see the knob, it has been given 2 volt. Okay. Now, when I am making this circuit on, you can, as you can see in the galvanometer, one full deflection is there. Once again I am showing you this thing, I am making it off, see the galvanometer is coming back to 0, it is coming back to 0, and when I am making it on, it is showing full deflection. If I give low resistance to this thing, then deflection would have been even more than this thing. That is why low resistance has not been given, so that to avoid the damage of the galvanometer. Now, this is the theta value coming here. So, this reading we will be taking for the angle, how much angle is coming here. Now, this theta we are taking as 30. Now, it is starting from here 0 and giving me 30. Now, if I increase the resistance, just see, if I increase the resistance, if I open the key, if I increase the resistance, see the galvanometer, the value has decreased. See the deflection. When I am connecting, it is going to maximum. When I am opening, then it is decreasing. So, this decreased resistance, suppose the theta value is coming how much? Let us calculate from here. It is coming 20 to 24 almost. So, theta I will be taking as 24 here. Now, see here, 3 keys has been opened 2000, 2000, 1000, that means 5000 ohm I am given here. Now, for 5000 ohm I am getting how much? I am getting a deflection of 24, that means theta is coming 24 here. So, let us take the reading in the board. Now, resistance has been given 5000 ohm, deflection is coming 24. Okay. Now, for this particular resistance or deflection of theta, we have got 5000 ohm resistance. Now, we have to make it theta by 2 by connecting the shunt resistance. Now, I will connect the key K2. I am connecting this key K2. Now, when I am connected this thing, see, galvanometer is showing 0 deflection. That means why? That means total current is now passing through the shunt resistance. As you can see here, in this shunt resistance, none of the keys has been taken up. That means total resistance given here is 0. So, for 0 resistance, that means total current is passing through this shunt resistance, and in this galvanometer there is no deflection, and galvanometer deflection is 0. But I have to bring this deflection to theta by 2. So, theta was 24. So, my target is to bring it at 12. So, for doing that thing, what I am doing? I am taking a 50 ohm from the shunt resistance. Now, see here. Now, when I have taken up 50 ohm, now just see the reading is showing me 12 ohm. 12, sorry, the deflection theta has been shown 12. This we will be recording. Now, shunt resistance has been given 50. For that thing, half deflection I have got 12. Now, shunt value is 50. Resistance value is 5000. With the help of this thing, we will be calculating the galvanometer resistance Rs divided by R minus S. Now, already we have got the value of G from the table. We have calculated the G value is coming 50.50 ohm. Now, with the help of this particular reading, and we will be repeating this particular reading for 3 times, then a set of reading we will be getting. The average value of G will be taken here. R value will be taking a set of R value. For different values of R, different value of G will be coming, and we will be doing this thing and putting this value here. K will be getting 1.65 into 10 to the minus 5 ampere per division. This is the figure of merit of this particular galvanometer.